when I was younger, we didn't have like in DR there was no form of doing transactions.
Mm.
I mean, it wasn't like I had bread and stuff, but they had pesos, and over there, like everything's physical.
Yeah.
When you get here, you have like PayPal, you have cash, you have options. Bro, they're gonna change all that. According to the government, bro, there's something called Fed Now, and that's supposed to replace Zelle, PayPal, and all those like Apple Pay, all those forms of transactions.
Is that here in the U.S.?
Yeah, that is I don't have a lot of details, but it's rumored that it's gonna come and it's gonna substitute all of those programs, and then every single transaction that you do is basically gonna be monitored from the government. So it's gonna go from your bank to FedNow to, let's say, like Amazon, or to let's say you want to buy something from ZipRecruiter or Uber Eats.
And the government will be able to watch over all of that. That is crazy.
I don't know how to feel about that.
How would they? Because I think for that to happen, I feel like they have to buy PayPal, and they have to buy like.
Bro, they would
all the
just
other
ban it. Just ban it and be like, nah, this is a security threat. We have to monitor our citizens. Bro, what if it gets to that point, bro? We're gonna have to go to war, bro.
Damn.
Nah, bro, because I feel like a good portion of us, if it really gets to that, I don't think it will be like that, but at some point in the future, if it gets to that point, I don't know. I think it could get nasty because I know people might revolt.
I think what they're trying to do is then be a monopoly, which would mean being all the way at the top with no competitors, kind of thing. And I don't think that really works. Like, think about like the oil.
Continue, buddy.
Think about like the oil industry kind of thing that like the Rockefeller back in the day.
Yeah.
He was the only person that was supplying oil, if
True.
I'm not mistaken.
True.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I didn't do my research.
It sounds right.
But I think he was the only oil supplier, which is why he became so wealthy. And then like that monopoly or whatever got knocked down. This is that, and now there's a whole bunch of other oil people. Meaning that for them to do that, that's kind of going back to like the old ways. And I don't know. It just feels wrong. And it's like, you can't just shut another company down just because, like, oh, we're going to do this now, or, oh, we feel like doing this now. I feel like there got to be some laws to really protect a company from that.
My thing is, they don't really have to ban it or just cancel it. What about if they just have that layer of transaction before you get to PayPal? So they wouldn't even have to do that. But what I'm seeing is a security type thing.
They
It's
would
like,
run it by PayPal. Like, yo, PayPal, is it cool if we do this?
Not even,
before
bro.
The transaction is what you...
not even, bro, because it's like, it's the government, bro. If you're not abiding by the laws, you're going to get in trouble. So if they change the laws to fit what they want, what can they do?
Nah, that makes sense.
But what I'm really thinking about, like, with this new system that might come up, is the transaction that you make, all the transactions that you want to make. Let's say you go down the street, we're in quarantine, something happened, God forbid, and all your transactions are denied. All your cards are not working because you're not supposed to be. And then the government is tracking all your stuff.
That's what a lot of people were saying about the electric car business.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of, not a lot of people, but like some conspiracy people, like
What?
like Andrew Tate, for example.
Yeah.
Free my boy. Well, now he's free now. But
He's free, yeah.
he's free. Anyway, that's a different conversation. But he was saying that is like, oh, he would never buy an electric car just because he feels like it would be the government's way of very much keeping tabs on you. And just like, if they don't want you to move around, just shut off that electric car. That's it. You can't move around anymore. We're going to come to your house, arrest you, this is that. You got no way to escape. Damn. Basically. So that's kind of like what they're doing there. And it's like, if his way of thinking about like the electric car thing, if that's true, then it's like, this could be true that they're trying to be a monopoly just there and just...
I just don't feel comfortable with every transaction that you make is going to be like analyzed and some information might be taken from that. And you know what? All the data online, they could take that information, they could sell it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Just like that.
My thing is also the way that essentially, you know, the IRS is just like, oh, how much money did you make this year? I made this amount of money. Like, they know how much money you made. Just like, oh, how much money did you make this year? Oh, I made this amount of money. No, you didn't. Do this shit over again. So it's kind of like, if you implement this, you got to be precise now when you're doing your taxes. Because it's like, oh, I made this amount of money. No, we didn't. No, you didn't. We tracked down your PayPal transaction things. You didn't make that amount. Coño. Now you got to go back, run the calculations again, and just like, it's just gonna be even more work, bro, honestly. Bro. That's why I don't like it.
To my surprise, bro, the government is kind of silly by doing that. Like, they know how much you make every single year, and then if you put the incorrect information, they're gonna do an audit, and then if you fail the audit, you're gonna have like some precautions are gonna be taken. I don't know, like fines. You gotta
pay some money. Some fines and shit.
Yeah. But you know how you ideally think of the government, like they know kind of more information than you really think. Yeah. Like, let's say when the wars were happening in Vietnam, like the draft, people that they didn't want to go to the draft, didn't show up to the draft, didn't sign up for the draft, and they were supposed to. Yeah. And those people were thinking, yo, the government is gonna know, so let me like hide out or something. Yeah. The government didn't really know. So at this point right now, we have the same thing. We think that the government is so capable of doing everything, but we kind of give them a lot of benefit of the doubt. In reality, we don't really know what they're capable of. It's kind of scary, but it also, you know, that's the government that we're in. I just want to bring you the scary news. I wanted to bring those scary news to you and to see how you feel. And that might be the end of Zelle and PayPal.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Not that I do anything illegal.
Same here.
Talking about ends, though. Going back to what we were talking about, man. Andrew Tate. It's finally the end of Andrew Tate's prison.
Sentence.
Yeah, sentence. Incarceration. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to refer to it. He is finally out, bro. He is finally out. A lot of his people were... There was a lot of interviews when he got released that I was watching. Like, just a lot of people just, like, coming back.
Yo,
like,
bro.
Like, just, like, they're, like, around kind of, like, when he got released. Top G. And just, like, a lot of people interviewing him. Like, oh, what were you doing? He was like, oh, I was doing push-ups, reading the...
Quran?
Yeah.
That's the...
I didn't want to mispronounce it, but, yeah. He was reading that. You feel me? He was just... Apparently, he was just chilling. Because it was what he said.
Damn.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I believe earlier today, I still haven't watched it. I think he did go live. And,
he had
he's talking about stuff.
Live on what? Because I know he's banned everywhere.
I don't know, but he went live somewhere. I think I saw it. I still got to watch that. You feel me? We'll bring y'all some news next episode. But, bro, he is out. What do you think he should do?
Bro, I think...
First, I don't even know your stance on him, to be honest with you.
All right. First of all, I don't know what he did. I don't know what he's being accused of. I don't know the backstory. I've heard some things.
Human trafficking.
I don't think that's the one.
Yeah. Apparently, he's locked up because, like, some human trafficking rumors. Basically, that he's trafficking people.
Oh, okay.
Whatever, from his place, and they just locked him up, and then they can't find any evidence to really hold him in there, and that's why he's released right now. A lot of people were mad because it's like he's basically false. He's in there, but he shouldn't be in there. Because, like, you're still looking for the evidence to keep him in there, but...
Innocent until
from what it is, it's like innocent until proven guilty. There is no evidence. Like, you're not finding any evidence.
Okay.
Why you had to hold him for 6-7 months?
El Diablo.
I'm pretty sure it was a long time that he was in there for.
It was not a year, bro.
No, I didn't say a year. I said 6-7 months.
What?
He was in there for.
He was not in there for a year.
Yes, he was.
For a year? Bro, it's been like 2 months.
Absolutely not.
2 months, bro. Look at me. Look, I don't know what he did, but here's what I think. What I've seen from him are things that could trigger people very easily. Some of the highlights that I've seen.
From what I see here, there's an article that dates back to January. What are we in? We're in April.
Don't know shit.
Oh shit, that's like 4 months. I would say this article is from January, kind of like February area. So okay, about 4 months. My bad. Not 6 months. About 4 or 5 months. He'd been in there for falsely. Because they didn't find any evidence and they let him out anyway. So it's like
half a year. That's almost half a year of your life. But
I was watching people's story. I will not be saying names. Some people's stories on the IG when this happened that were happy that he was locked up. All I'm gonna say is that they were female. I did not see it
free
from
my boy.
I did not see it from any guy. Just
Go
like,
ahead, daddy.
wow. I did not see it from any guy like, oh yes, thank God that Andrew Tate's locked up. Finally, keep that person forever. It was a lot of women that I saw that had that post.
What type of women?
I will not say too much on it. I will not be exposing anyone.
Okay, here's what I have to say about Andrew Tate. Some of the things, brutally honest, some of the things that he says do empower men to be better versions of themselves.
Sure.
So it kind of pushes hard work, taking care of your family, doing business, being an entrepreneur.
Taking care of yourself.
But you also have to see the other side of the coin where he says some crazy things.
I think it's just the way that he says it, though.
No, bro. He says some crazy things. And it seems very, what's the word? Some of the things that he says might provoke people to think that he's very sexist, that he's anti-woman, and like he thinks women as a property. Some of the things that he says are crazy.
I know exactly what
you're crazy, bro. That little statement about like OnlyFans, and then like you're getting all the money for the girl's work, and then if the guy's doing it, the girl's not gonna get anything. Come on, bro. Here's the thing, though. I got into a little argument, and I was sleeping in the couch because of this.
Wow.
But I was just expressing what I'm thinking. What he says is very, very... He has a strong opinion. So you have to see it how it is. Who this guy is, right?
Yeah.
But somebody that is growing up might only see what he's saying on the surface. Mm-hmm. So they might not have 2 point of views. They might just have one. So for me, for people that are growing up, I wouldn't suggest his content, okay? It's not something for a maturing male individual to grow up with. When you're mature and you could tell things apart, sure, it's a learning source. You could take what's positive about it, and what's not positive, you could leave it out. Just like any other thing in the earth, right? Mm-hmm. That's all I think about it. Like, I told you, there's a yin and yang everything, and I think that guy has a lot of yin and a lot of yang. That's it.
Okay. I see what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I just don't agree with what you're saying.
All right. What did you agree with?
Yes, he does say a lot of... I don't really think that necessarily he does say kind of a couple of crazy things, but only a couple. I wouldn't say that it's like too much. The way that I feel like a lot of what he says, his wording is just off, but what he means by it, like if you dig into the meaning, I feel like it's not a wrong or like not a negative way of like thinking. It's kind of like how I see it. Like I used to kind of like watch kind of like quite a bit of what he says.
Andrew Tate fan.
Okay. Not a fan. He's a cool dude, I'm assuming. But I wouldn't say a fan, but I just like, just to listen to something kind of thing. And it's like what I seen, and I've noticed that a lot of the clips that are around is literally just something that was taken out of context.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. All the clips I've seen out of context. I have no idea.
Very much.
I have no idea what's going on.
The majority
in the
of
interviews
them,
or anything.
I think some of them that you may have seen is like, okay, yeah, like that he said that was crazy. But I think the majority of them, they were talking about something, and then he brings that up as an example kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like where it's spoken about or where it gets out of hand, and then they just take that. You're not viewing the whole thing. You're just taking out this little segment kind of thing. It's like in this pod kind of thing. And it's like
we got into
if we say something kind of thing and you just cut it out, like for example,
context.
like me saying right now, like, oh, Andrew Tate says that all women are evil. Someone clips that, cuts that out, and just like, all women are evil. Me saying that. Well, you didn't hear that Andrew Tate said this. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like that's what happens a lot with his clips. That's, I feel like, the issue with a lot of it. And just like,
it's kind of smart.
The women don't want to give him the chance and watch the whole pod that he's in or the whole thing that he's talking about. No, they're just finding like the clips they're seeing, and they're just like, oh, what you said is fucked up because like it brings women down. This is that. It's like a negative way of thinking. Honestly, is what I see.
What I've seen is that on those interviews that he's with a bunch of women, is like I think TikTok girls or Instagram models or whatever.
OnlyFans.
He's the opinions that he has or the questions that they ask him are very always about gender, like who is supposed to be responsible for what, and he has a pretty solid idea of what it's supposed to be. And then on the other side, the girls are thinking something else. I completely agree with being like the man of the house and taking care of things, right?
Of course, it's how our parents grew up.
Yeah,
like literally that. I feel like he had a very like old school. I'm not trying to cut you off, but I feel like he had I feel like he has very much of an old school mentality kind of thing. You know, man works, pays the bill, takes care of the woman. You feel me? He had that much mentality, and it's like
he does bring a lot of good points.
People are evolving, and now like women want to, you know, very much be independent, do their own things. This is that, and I feel like what he does is that he calls it out, and it's like, okay, you want to do all of that, but when it's like the big issues kind of thing, and it's when it's like a certain issue, y'all go back to y'all ways, like, oh, I need a guy for this, that, and it's like, nah, I thought y'all was Miss Independent, this is that, what happened? Like, you feel me? That thing, that's very much what he talks about. But
I feel like it's kind of the thing that he was doing with the Hustler University. I think that was the name.
That was a scam. But
yeah, bro. Like it was smart.
I didn't sign up for it.
Nobody asked you, bro. I think you did.
I did it.
It was smart though. Like the whole purpose of that was for his self-image to get even bigger, bro. And it worked. It worked in a massive scale where Sneeko kind of copied him. Yeah. Mr. Beast not so much, but there's definitely Aiden kind of did almost the same thing, saying crazy stuff. And then, bro, we at some point we were discussing the same thing. Like this whole podcast idea, it kind of developed into his own thing. But in the beginning, we were like, how is this guy getting so much traction? And we were like, the controversy. Yeah, we didn't want to go that route, but we kind of like identified it,
and it sticks out. Yeah.
And then a lot of people start talking. People, either you're gonna very strongly agree with it, or you're gonna be like, "Yo, that's trash, bro." Like you're gonna
strongly disagree. Yep.
And then either way you feel, you're gonna gain like momentum into
get
that.
The attention from it. Yeah, it makes sense. Everything that he did according to his plan, it worked out.
I mean, he did say the Matrix is trying to get him taking the blue pill.
Yeah.
My opinions on Andrew Tate. I don't know the guy. I have no opinions on him. But based on what I've seen, some of the ideas that he says to young men, all I'm saying, it could benefit them to make their lives better.
Yeah.
So if he promotes, what I've seen is working hard, making money, taking care of your family, taking care of the people around you, of your health, being active, positive things that everybody should be doing. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, bro, the things about gender, it's a different play. Cause I feel like if you're with somebody, in my type of relationship, I feel like I'm not a person that has I want to have like a bunch of girls. I want to live my life with one person, see new things with that one person. But what he was saying is like he got a bunch of girls, and like if you could take care of them, you're supposed to. But he was also saying that they're his property, and I'm not with that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not with that property stuff. Those are humans, bro.
Okay, I understand.
Those are humans, bro. You're not gonna be selling humans.
I understand that, but I think what he's really getting at there is that you're in a relationship with this one person, you are to be, you know, kind of like loyal to this one person as this one person is to you.
That's not what you were saying, bro.
I think
That's not what he was saying.
Sure that's what he's getting.
He was saying, as a traditional man, I don't even know if this is exactly what he said, but what I hear, and you know you shouldn't trust what I hear because this is a bunch of stuff out there. But I believe that he said that if he's a traditional man, he should be able to be with a bunch of women, and those bunches of women, a group of women, shouldn't be with anybody else because they belong to him, and that's where I'm like, that's the other play. That's the other. That's the other cookie in the buffet that we're not gonna talk about. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't seem like a negative thing to have on media to push men to be better in society, to not be assholes, to work on themselves, to work hard, to get money, to raise a family, and, you know, to do positive things. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but we're not going to get too much into that, bro.
We did get into it, bro.
We're not going to dig even deeper into that, you feel me? Whatever, you feel me? If y'all want that type of content, you feel me? If you want us to really, you know, go at it, because I feel like we kind of, like, think of him and, like, kind of, like, there's a little bit of a difference of, like, how we look at him. So I guess we could kind of, like, argue about that.
We could go about it on the Patreon, like, a little back and forth.
Just let us know if that's really what.
Little argument.
This is that. Yeah, bro. But Andrew Tate, you feel me? He was all over, and he was everywhere in social media. He was on YouTube Instagram. Shorts. You feel me? Instagram, even TikTok, bro. He was everywhere. And speaking about TikTok, apparently Walmart is trying to buy TikTok.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro,
Walmart.
When I read that, when that article popped up on my screen,
they got money like that.
I was so thrown off.
How much? You know?
Because I was wondering. I was like, "Yo, why buy this? Why Walmart? Well,
nah, but why Walmart out of all places? It sounds kind of strange. Like they just mainly do food and.
Nah, yeah, but from what I'm seeing and from what I'm thinking is just like, well, first of all, before Trump tried to like or wanted to ban TikTok, there were already like a lot of companies that wanted to buy TikTok. But right now, from the reports, apparently like Walmart is heavily pursuing it just because, you know, the whole Trump thing, you know, he not trying to get into that, but, you know, he's being charged for like 39 felonies or whatever. This is that on trial right now.
I heard he's not going to get arrested anymore.
This is. Damn, I didn't know that.
No, he's on trial and stuff.
Not getting into that, you feel me? All that. He was trying to ban it, and a lot of companies were trying to buy TikTok. And now that it's like, all right, that's happening with him. It seems like the ban is kind of like a little bit lifting off kind of thing. And like Walmart is like very much like in pursuit and just like, yo, let us buy you. Come on.
What I heard the plan was after the Congress thing when TikTok was on trial and stuff was that they were gonna move the whole TikTok operation to Texas, but I'm kind of surprised because we still have TikToks on our phone. Yeah. Like right now is April 4th, and yeah, the episode is gonna come out later. But
if you search it up on the App Store, the Google
imagine,
Play Store,
bro, next month we don't even have it on our phones.
Damn.
That's why I kind of went to my liked videos and I kind of started downloading them like little by little, because it's a bunch of information, bro. You got recipes, you got stuff about cars, travel, bro. It's a good app. Like the ease of access that you have in there is very addictive, but you could also do a lot. You could get so much, a lot of exposure. What I thought was gonna happen was that they were gonna move from ByteDance, that's the company in China that owns TikTok, and they were gonna move to Texas, and then it was gonna be an American company, and then they were gonna be good. Yeah. And I saw clips of the CEO of TikTok saying the same thing. It's like there's no need for our platform to be banned when we're gonna move. So he was just trying to defend it, but I guess they still went with it.
Yeah, there's not too much information out right now, but.
I mean, I think there is it's something called ACT. And the way that I found out about this was on TikTok, bro. Like, if TikTok wasn't a thing, I would not have found.
Really?
There was a guy that he was going through it line by line and saying the specifications. And it's not just for TikTok. It's going to be for all platforms that is basically gonna influence the masses of the United States. So the reasoning behind it is, since this platform, this program that you have on your phone, on your laptop or whatever, can influence so many people so quickly, it could be a security threat if a bad message is spread fast enough, and then it becomes into a riot, and then a riot becomes something else, and then, you know, violence, revolution, America 2.0, you know?
Nah, yeah. I think I got a little bit more information on it. So TikTok over here in the US, well, outside of China, TikTok's largest markets are the US, Indonesia, and Brazil. The US being the first one that comes up. So since the ban is still being pushed on, you know, to ban TikTok.
I gotta tell you something about TikTok. Continue.
Since the ban is being still pushed on TikTok, TikTok wants to. It seems like that they know that they're gonna lose a lot of money by losing out on the US, because the people that have banned it have been kind of, if I'm not mistaken, like little countries that it's like, all right, you don't really affect us that much, or whatever. But if the US bans it, that it's taking a deep drop for TikTok's revenue that they generate.
I think some countries,
it's smarter for them, if I'm not mistaken, to sell it to the US for someone in the US. The US being TikTok's number one revenue outside of China, it's going to be a big toll if they lose out on the US. So I think TikTok is really reaching out on a lot of American companies, this is that, so that they can buy TikTok, and basically they'll gain more money by selling it than if they keep it without the US revenue coming in.
I mean, you still
if
have,
I'm not mistaken, is what I'm seeing here.
You're still gonna have the problem of TikTok headquarters being somewhere else that is not America. So anybody that works in China that's working for TikTok is by law supposed to be helping China. So if you are a citizen in China or something like that, you're supposed to be helping the Chinese government.
It doesn't have to be like
by
that.
Law.
They could bring the headquarters over to.
How long is that gonna take?
Oh, well, build the building, bring the staff.
This man thinking you could do that in 2 weeks. Oh my God.
Okay, no, not to build the building, not 2 weeks to build the building, but a year.
I mean,
6 months.
You could rent some places. You could get some people into American buildings, and that's it.
There you go. You feel me?
I had to tell you some things about TikTok, bro. What? When the whole trial thing was going on, bro, I saw a big change on TikTok. It wasn't like I was looking at girls on TikTok, but every now and then it comes up. It's just like on the feed, and you know, I scroll up, but after the whole trial thing, it was desert, dry, nothing.
No way.
And the only reason I noticed is because on my feed, I usually have stuff that I like. And then I'm just getting a bunch of science, STEM, kind of productive stuff.
Yeah.
But this is not my feed.
No,
I could recognize my stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you had like Dominican stuff, party stuff, exercise
Maybe
stuff.
some basketball stuff.
Yeah, a little mix of anything. Yeah. But it was just...
After that, science, math, that's crazy.
It's not a bad thing, but it's kind of like, okay.
What's up with this change?
Yeah, it's like, it's not a bad thing. But what I'm saying is, you guys are on the trial, and you guys are not slick. So that means that before... you kind of promoted other things to people. And now that you're under surveillance, you're kind of promoting this positive thing where it's like corny TikToks about funny stuff, skits. And, you know, some of them are funny, but, you know, the difference was noticed. I noticed it. I want to know if you guys saw the same thing, because I think it might be just me. I told some of my friends, and they were like, what are you talking about, bro? You should be looking at girls. That's what you be doing. And I noticed it, and it was kind of weird.
Nah, yeah, bro. On TikTok, you would always find, you feel me, these funny videos, these pranks, this, that. But this is what I found out, if I'm not mistaken, today. A YouTuber got shot while filming a prank. I gotta read this.
That's crazy, bro. Those are back?
What? A YouTuber got shot for filming a prank on a stranger. I know for a fact. I know you've seen these pranks.
Never in my life,
people
bro.
Are doing. You're such a fucking liar. These pranks that people are doing.
What type?
Some of them are crazy. Just all pranks. So just like these random strangers, like that guy that comes in like with he had the tube or something, and he goes to like the ear.
Okay, yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah.
Bro, that is OD, bro. Like,
hey, bro, if I swing on you, if somebody swings on you and you do that to somebody, it's kind of like your fault. It's like, what are you doing right now?
bro, apparently a YouTuber, I don't know too much on the name of the YouTuber, this is that. Apparently he was filming a prank video. He was pranking a stranger. In the stomach, 2 shots. I don't know if it was 2 shots, but just got shot right there in the stomach.
Nah, you can't do that, bro.
At a mall, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I kind of felt like a lot of people had the mentality is like, oh, watch until you catch the wrong guy, until you prank the wrong guy.
For sure. And then it's a problem.
But on the other side of the coin, you know how I always like to see things, you know, flip the screen.
Yeah.
You also have the people that are going through a rough day, and then that little prank, you know, a silly whatever, is harmful.
Tips you over the edge, kind of thing.
I wasn't gonna say that, but that's possible. It kind of brings joy to your life, cause it's like you're in a badass mood. It's like you're in Home Depot, and you're like,
I don't want you to bother me if I'm in a bad mood.
What I'm saying is, your wife broke up with you, your kids. Nah, that's crazy. Let's say you're having a bad day at work.
Yeah, your wife got a use that same example. Your wife got a divorce, took the kids. She's taking the house as well. She's taking the car. That 90.
In that scenario, bro, somebody's getting punched if they breathe too hard next to me.
1964 Ferrari that you got in the garage that you've been working on
gone.
it for 5 years.
Just put paint all over that.
She's taking it. All of that, she's taking it. The dog that you love, she's taking it. All of it, she's taking it. You go to Home Depot, you feel me? Just like, oh, let me buy some screws to
fix up the cabin.
Not even. She took the cabinet.
Oh, okay. Fix the shelf.
Fix. She took the shelf too, Mike.
Your boots, man. Come on.
To fix your boots. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And then you hear this guy.
A guy comes to your ear with a tube. Bro,
that guy's gonna snap.
From our earlier segment, that divorce happened. All of that. On your way to Home Depot, you got struck by lightning, and then you enter the Home Depot.
And this guy's
yeah. Not yet, bro. Like, you can't be doing that, bro. I just had the worst day. I got struck by lightning.
Bro, you wouldn't even be talking. You wouldn't have a conversation. You would just be mad and throwing hands. What I was saying, though, is you have a regular bad day. It's like nothing crazy.
For some people,
that is a terrible day. That is not a bad day, bro. That's like the worst day in your life. What are you talking about? Man is suffering every single day and calling that a bad day. How is that a bad day, bro? That's a terrible day. What I was saying
Maybe
is,
it happens to some people.
What I was saying is, you have a terrible day at work. Your boss is being extra demanding. She wants something out of you. You wasn't there that day. You wasn't there. You don't have any food on you. Not that, but you ate something, but it's like you're not comfortable at the moment, right?
Yeah.
So it's nothing crazy. You go to Home Depot. You're trying to get some screws in and out, 1 and 2. And then you hear, oh,
yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny. It's like, what are you doing? No? Nah. Okay.
Nah. Right in my ear, too. And it's a pipe. So it's like it sounded kind of loud, too, right in my ear. Nah, bro, I'm not having that.
Okay, never mind, bro. You're having a good day, and somebody tries to scare you with like a snake on your feet.
How about these? The ones that you're at school, whatever, back in the day, this is that. Listen to music on your laptop. Guy comes. Cut your wires.
I like those.
Those. And then he gifts you AirPods or this is that. Those. All right, that's fine. You come into my ear to scream at it? What, you think it's funny?
Hell yeah.
for a couple thousand views?
Nah, bro. It's kind of fucked up because you're not getting nothing out of it.
You're not getting nothing out of it, yeah. You just scream it. I'm just going home with a busted eardrum.
We're all mad and heated up?
Yeah. You
I
probably
like.
said that dumb loud. I got your saliva on my ear.
I don't know. There was a age in YouTube where the pranks kind of got out of hand and it kind of stopped. And there was a bunch of people getting like arrested for it.
Damn.
And it put a stop to it, but it seems like they're coming back. The modern version of pranks or that modernized concept would be like you're in school and you're making interviews in the street. Like, oh man, what are you listening to?
Yeah, you feel me? That's
like-
not even like a prank kind of thing, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a little
those
bit
are-
better than that social experiment
For
stuff
sure.
stuff where they had the gold digger with the Ferrari. And it's like,
Mm.
yeah, that was a big one. But the modern ones, we should have who do you like? And then they go to the person that they should said, and then they ask them, and it's like it's corny, but it's better than that old stuff.
Talking about these pranks, you feel me, on YouTube, TikTok, this, that. You feel me? I got a top 5 for you, man. I know it's your favorite part of the day. You feel me? I got you with a top 5. Bang! I got you.
That sounds like a talk to me, man.
Top 5 most used
Condoms.
apps. What are you talking about, bro?
Apps
Apps. I
In the
want
world?
you to guess them, and if you can, even place them.
in the world.
All around the world, yes.
All right. I'm thinking it has to be all 5 of them are gonna be in social media. So, no specific order is gonna be Instagram, TikTok.
Okay, hold up. Instagram is on there. Instagram's at number 2.
Nigga, giving it away. All right, so we got Instagram number 2, WhatsApp.
WhatsApp is here on number 4.
Okay. We're gonna have TikTok,
TikTok's here at number 1. Okay.
and then we have 2 left. So Twitter.
Nope, Twitter's not on this.
It's not there. Snapchat is already one of those apps that is gone. That is not gonna be up there.
Yep.
Number 4 and 5. What would it be? So the last 2, is it in the top section or in the bottom section of top 5?
It's literally, one of them is literally right in the middle.
Can I get a hint?
What
is
is
it? What is
It
it?
is social media. One of them.
What else? I said Twitter.
Yeah.
Reddit.
No.
Twitch.
Nope.
Oh, YouTube. It has to be YouTube.
It is not YouTube.
What the fuck?
I will give you the answer. Number 5, you were not going to get it. Number 5 is something called Telegram. Don't know what that is.
I've heard of that, but I don't know what that is.
Apparently, it's one of the most used apps. And number 3, I thought you were going to get this. Facebook. Meta. I thought you were going to get that one. I figured you weren't going to get the sweep, but I thought you would have had that one.
The fuck is Telegram? That got me
I
mad.
have no idea.
That shit is like a Facebook Messenger. Just texting people. Fake as WhatsApp, man.
It's like Telegram. And just like that, you feel me? Make sure y'all follow us on social media. You feel
Really
me? We're gonna
appreciate
have the
it.
links down below. And make sure you go check out that Patreon. You feel me? As we said earlier, like, subscribe, comment.
And have a nice day. Thank you for
Appreciate
watching.
y'all.